Through the month of January, take advantage of fixed rate financing of 3.9% for up to 60 months or a 12-month interest waiver. Visit your local Landmark Implement location or view our complete sprayer and seeder inventory at landmarkimp.com and experience the Landmark difference.
Are you looking for a new spot to relax and unwind? The Post, located on the south side of the Telegraph District on the corner of 20th and N Street, is perfect for a group hangout or a relaxing evening. The Post has plenty of exciting events open to the public, like Whiskey Wednesday and poker tournaments on Sundays. Looking for a spot for a private event? Ask them about their indoor patio. The Post, located at 20th and N Street in Lincoln.
24/7 threat monitoring, expert tech support, streamlined communications. Allo has a solution for that. Protect your business with Allo Business. Comprehensive firewall security, Microsoft Teams voice-integrated communications, cybersecurity and IT support managed by experts. From productivity to peace of mind, Allo has a solution for that. Allo means business. Protect your business by visiting allofiber.com/business.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow Mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
Attention all Wings fans! 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Are you in the market for a new garage door or need to repair your old one? It's wintertime, and that means snow, wind, and freezing temperatures, all things that can cause sticky locks and damage to your garage door. If you're experiencing any issues with your commercial or residential garage door during the winter months, call Cameron Hall and his team at Doors Plus. Don't be trapped outside in the cold because of a poorly maintained garage door. Call Doors Plus today at 402-590-5800 or visit them online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
This is the Happy Hour.
You guys going to happy hour?
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America.
Yeah, I'll come for a couple.
Here are your hosts, Nick Sainert.
I want to know what it's like to commit a crime without having to spend time in jail.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
C is for chunk.
Brought to you by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome in. Happy Friday. This is the Happy Hour 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert and Rico with you as usual. Rico, what's up?
Killer.
How's the day?
Fantabulous.
Going up to Orchard tonight.
You're headed up. Going to celebrate the father-in-law's birthday.
That's cool. What'd you get him?
Shout out to Lee. What'd I get him?
Is that the one I met?
I got him 2 grandkids. That's what we're going to get him something.
Did I meet Lee? Is that the one I met?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. What are we getting him?
He's not listening, so I could probably. We're gonna get him some cash for a well-needed vacation, and we're gonna get him some Crown Peach.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm all good with like open-ended gifts. And what I mean by open-ended is like things that I can spend it on.
Well, look, the man works so hard and never takes time for himself.
Yeah.
So we're gonna give him like, hey, we're gonna give you this money. It's kind of like we're gonna give him this money and we're gonna be like, look, do not use this on bills or anything.
Yep.
Don't use this on any needs for farm equipment. Use this on a vacation.
There you go,
need, sir.
Just like that. But no, back to the thought. Like,
and then he probably won't.
Rico, here's my thing. And maybe I don't know if you're on the same page with this.
Man's man.
If you're on the same page with me on this, I like here. I don't want to say I'm at the age. I'm at this point where it's like, all right,
if I need a pair of pants, I'll go buy a pair of pants.
Yeah.
I don't need that to be gifted to me.
No.
I don't need clothes gifted to me.
I appreciate
I like the open-ended gifts.
I appreciate like this, that what I'm wearing right now. This was a gift.
Like
I like this. I never would have bought this for myself, but I like it.
Here's the thing. People say gift cards are lazy.
Oh, dude, I love gift cards.
I'm pro gift card.
Give me a gift card any day of the week. I'll use a gift card.
I don't like giving people gift cards.
Hey, hold on. Give me gift cards any day of the week. Okay.
There it is. Yeah. Clip it. Clip it.
Give me gift cards any day of the week.
Perfect.
Okay.
No, I'm all good with open-ended gifts. Just as you might think it's lazy. You might not like giving me. You might think, Nick's not going to like this. Or whoever you're giving it to, they're not going to like this. It's just a gift card. It's not very exciting. No. Gift card.
It's very exciting.
Pro gift card, pro cash.
Because guess what? I could take that gift card and go into wherever you gave it to me from. I can get whatever I want.
It also,
and you know what? I will think about you when I get it, and I will be like, man, thank you to this person.
Well, and so what normally I'll do is if that happens, a lot like this Christmas, it was like, hey, here's a gift card for you and your girlfriend to go out to dinner, and I was like, all right, cool,
bet.
And so what we'll do is when we're at dinner, we'll take a picture and be like, thanks for the gift card. There it is.
Perfect.
It all does its purpose. I don't know. I think pro gift card. I'm okay with it. And also,
the happy hour is a pro gift card show.
You can also avoid so many awkward interactions when opening gifts, because if you hate your gift, you'll be like, I love it.
You got to be a better actor, Nick.
Yeah. I'm just honest.
I'm really good at it.
What can I say?
I'm really good at it.
I'm just honest.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Yeah. It's an avocado.
I've always wanted this. A potato.
Exactly. Big Bird says, I don't need clothes with the exception of socks and underwear. I can't remember the last time I bought those for myself. Okay, socks. Okay, here's a little bit of a personal note.
I will buy socks for myself. Don't buy me socks. I buy socks for myself.
Here's a personal note.
You don't know what I want.
Here's a personal note. I bought those two things Big Bird just mentioned the other day.
Socks and underwear?
Yep. Do you know how much it costs?
It's very expensive.
Why are the necessities so expensive?
You just got to get the whatever brand, generic brand.
I bought one socks.
You can't.
I am wearing and one socks right now. I didn't even know and one made socks before I started buying my own socks.
And one mixtape tour. You just gotta get the generic brand ones. And unfortunately, you can't get like boxers or briefs. You got to get like tidy whities if you want to get cheap.
But you can't. See, in that I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Not a tidy whitey man?
Nah.
Sorry,
I'm going to be honest though. Is like I couldn't tell you that. We got to be careful here. I can't be careful. I couldn't tell you the brand. Like I was looking at it and I was like, man, I don't know what brand I use.
Yeah.
Fruit of the Loom, Hanes. I don't know. I had no clue.
What do I?
I
got Fruit of the. I think I got Fruit of the Loom.
Here's the best part. So, I needed a pair of socks, and I was over
gotta check what I'm wearing.
I was over at a friend's house.
I think these are Hanes.
I was over at a friend's house, and I was like, I need a pair of socks. So my buddy, he's like, Nick, I got a pair of socks for you. He has Adidas socks.
Mm-hmm. You put them on. You're
completely different than and one socks.
Yeah.
Way more cushion. However, it's double the price, and you get half the pairs.
That's true. You get ridiculous. Like six pairs of socks for like $25.
I don't know. It is what it is.
You know the underwear and sock brand that I love? Pair Thieves. Very expensive, but so comfortable.
Okay.
I need a sponsorship.
I'll
talk about Pair Thieves all day. So comfortable. They also make, and this is something that I haven't gotten yet, but I really want to. It's like dad and like child, and the socks match. Ugh, need it.
Just for the pictures?
Need it now. Yes.
Just for the pictures.
No, not for the pictures. Just so I can match my kids.
Okay. Nonetheless, hey, Tim Ave says and one makes solid socks. They do make solid socks.
And one mixtape tour.
They do make solid socks.
I guarantee everybody on that mixtape tour never wore and one socks. They probably had and one shoes, but no socks.
Here's the thing. It's like
shout out to the Shaquille O'Neal shoes.
I'm pretty sure I got 16 or 12 or 16 pairs for like $18, which is extremely cheap for socks.
Yeah,
just a Walmart. I don't know if you can buy them in bulk though. Timmy V, let me know.
Go to Costco
or
Sam's Club.
Yep, there you go. Can you buy in bulk?
Yeah, you can buy in bulk. They're just regular, just like white or black socks, gray, whatever. No brand, no nut, just socks.
I was thinking,
you ever go through your sock drawer and just see socks with like nothing on them? Like no swoosh, no Adidas logo, no, just a sock.
Just a sock.
It's very strange to see.
This might resonate with some of the parents out there Of folks that have been parents for a while and they've
Like
gone
me.
through school.
Oh, not me.
Not you. I was having the conversation the other day because I experienced it as a kid, and I'd love to hear the experience from a parent's point of view on the Nike Elite socks.
Oh, that was a
movement.
That was a movement when I was in high school.
So I was in middle school.
Yeah, you were a young baby boy
when the Nike Elite socks. And I don't know if any parents remember. They were the socks. They were obviously Nike, but they had the little bumps on the back,
the lines on the back.
Yeah, the little lines
all
on the back.
Your Achilles.
And I'd be really curious from a parent's point of view. Did you buy them? Because they were outrageous in price.
I did not. I always wanted a pair, but then I went to because I was going to buy it myself, and I went and I go
because you had to buy them one pair at a time.
Yeah, I was like hard pass.
And they say they had the fake Elite socks. And then they had just the normal Nikes without anything on the back.
And people could tell because the real ones, if you folded them down,
yes,
they had the little thing on it was like a green.
They had the rim.
They had the green little rim, little line around the top. The fake ones didn't have it.
No.
So people would be like, "Oh, you got Nike Elites," and they would always go down, and they're like, "Fake."
Yeah, and kids would get bullied.
You're a faker.
Kids would get bullied if they had if they didn't have Elites or if they got fake Elites.
Back when bullying was rampant in school, not online.
But see, here's my thing is I always I never had Elites. I never had fake Elites. Do you know why?
You never had fleets?
I never had fleets. Because if you get caught, it makes it way worse than if you just don't wear Elites.
Pay the price.
Yep.
Because if you have fake ones, you're gonna pay a hefty price.
Dang. Anyway. Nonetheless,
it was a good segment.
Yep, good segment. 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline and the Starter Heyman text line open for you guys the entire show today. We talked yesterday about Family Feud. That's right. I got a DM on Twitter saying I've never agreed with you more than when you were talking about Family Feud yesterday. So I appreciate the folks listening.
No. Don't DM. No. Show your face. Tweet at us. Don't DM. Don't hide in the shadows of a direct message.
Maybe.
Show your face to the light. Show your face to the public and agree with Nick.
Out in the
Family sunlight
should get canceled.
Underneath the cloudy skies of Lincoln, Nebraska, on X/Twitter. You must at both of us and at 93.7 the ticket and tell us that you agree with Nick that Family Feud is dumb.
Please do.
So then I will tag Steve Harvey.
We can join the movement. We can join the movement.
Join the Family Feud is dumb movement. I'm not a part of it. I like Family Feud, but you need to at both of us. Don't hide in the shadows of a DM.
Nonetheless, insightful dude. How about this? Insightful dude says, "Did you know that Under Armour socks are made by Gildan?" Says it right there on the packaging.
Very insightful of you.
Did not know that. Notorious BIP says, "I bet Rico charged a pack of socks on VJ's credit card." There's that. Nike.
Nah, it would have been more.
This one says Nike Elite socks. I have a bucket of mismatched ones, hoping to someday find the other one.
No, just wear the mismatched ones. Mismatch is big.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it still is. Kyrie Irving has signature shoes that are mismatched. Well, one's pink, one's green.
David Fullerton says, "I found a bunch of gift cards in my socks drawer."
Hey,
nice.
What kind of gift cards? You gonna use them? Take them off your hands.
Speaking of gift cards, they need to figure out ways. This is the last thing. Then we have to talk sports, please.
Yeah.
They need to figure out ways to make it as easy as possible to find the balance. Like scan it.
It is impossible.
Yeah. Some of them
I have some gift cards in my wallet. I don't know how much is on them. I don't even know if there's anything on them.
Yeah.
Because what I do now is I save the gift cards. After they're done, I give them to the kids because they have little wallets at home and they pretend to buy stuff with them.
Good. Teach them young.
Exactly.
Big Bird says, "I cannot wear mismatching socks." Unnamed text, we're getting told what brands to look for the best price.
Bet.
32 Cool for socks and briefs. Great product, great price.
Do they have cool designs? I'm a big design guy. I don't want just plain.
Anyway, thanks for your guys' input. There's actually an ungodly amount of texts.
Thank you guys. You guys are the best. You know that. Hey. If you're on the Starter Heyman Jewelers video stream, look me in the eyes. You're the best. You know that. Thank you.
If you're in the car, just stare at the radio.
Just stare at the radio.
Just stare at the radio. You'll see Rico.
Look me in my numbers. That's what the radio said, right? There's numbers. I don't know. You're the best.
Okay, so throughout the course of the show here today, we do have stuff to talk about. No Strick. Strick is out today, so I'm gonna be filling in for Strick on the block with Austin. Looking forward to that as always. So we got plenty of stuff to talk about. We never got to talk about TJ Otzelberger yesterday.
No, and you love him.
And the Iowa State Cyclones. However, they're under a little bit of fire today.
Yeah, now we really should talk about TJ Otzelberger.
It's probably a good thing we didn't get to him yesterday,
because you would have praised him.
because I would have said some positive things.
And then
I'll
somebody
still-
would have gotten that clip and be like, look at this guy.
I still would have said, I still will say positive things about TJ Otzelberger. However,
It's not too positive.
this comes from Sports Illustrated, and the headline reads, Iowa State men's basketball team accused of stealing signs against Kansas State. If you saw any of the highlights on Wednesday, Jerome Tang and TJ Otzelberger in the post-game handshake line, he's got 2 sandwiches.
Of course he does.
Anyway, in the post-game handshake line had some words for TJ Otzelberger, and you didn't really necessarily know why. Some people thought it was the fans behind Jerome Tang and the Kansas State bench. Others thought it was stuff on the court. Well, it turns out
It was stuff on the court.
Jerome Tang was kind of having a bone to pick with TJ Otzelberger, because Kansas State believes that Iowa State parked multiple team officials directly behind the Kansas State bench and was invading in their huddle, according to Jerome Tang. So once again, according to Kellis Robinette of the Wichita Eagle down in Kansas, Jerome Tang's frustration stemmed from his belief that Iowa State had planted team representatives in the stands behind the Kansas State bench to steal signs during huddles. Tang and his staff were reportedly concerned that the reps were texting the information into the Iowa State huddles in real time. Tang and Kansas State assistant Jareem Dowling alerted the game referees about the situation, appearing to point into the stands a few rows behind the team's bench. Tang then attempted to talk to Otzelberger before being quickly pulled away by the referees. He could be seen saying, "They've got 3 guys in the stands violating our huddle," before eventually settling down and resuming play on the floor. Then following the game, Tang spent time in the post-game handshake line, seemingly attempting to explain the same thing to Otzelberger, gesturing towards the stands as though he was holding a phone. So there you go. The sign stealing conversation has now crept into college basketball. It's no longer just a Michigan deal.
Now, I need somebody to tell me how big of a deal it is in the basketball realm.
You're right. Yeah.
Of stealing plays. Because look, I understand that you're running plays, and if your play gets thrown off, whatever, somebody steals your play, knows where you're going with the ball, they can steal it, get in the position, and just throw your play off.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, you still have however much time on the shot clock to, make something else work out. Like I don't know. It's obviously still a big deal because you're stealing plays and you're getting an unfair advantage. But to me, it's a less of a big deal in basketball than it is, with Michigan and football and with the Patriots and football and all of that. But it's still a big deal. You shouldn't be cheating. You shouldn't be having people sitting behind the bench of the opposing team to text you what play they're going to run or what each hand signal means to then jump a play and steal a ball or block a shot or just prevent a team from scoring. It shouldn't happen. So it's going to be really interesting. What the Big 12, what the NCAA does with this, because you can go back and you can look at the video and find out who these guys are and, go talk to them and figure these things out. But at the end of the day, I don't really know what kind of punishment could happen in season.
Well, exactly. And how minimal when you're playing, what is it? 35, 36 games in a season. How dramatic is a 3-game suspension like Jim Harbaugh?
How many times have they done this? I guess.
And Phil says this on the text line, kind of throws a joke, says, "Don't worry about it, Iowa State. Just keep doing what you're doing. Eventually you'll win a championship and nobody will care anyways. Love, Jim Harbaugh." Then he can get a job in the NBA. No, okay.
Exactly. TJ Otzelberger to
the Bulls.
Sure. There you go.
The Bulls love college coaches. Fred Hoiberg, Billy Donovan, TJ Otzelberger.
Are you sure they want another Iowa State head coach?
They do need to fire Billy Donovan bad. Hey. Also, the Fred Hoiberg in Chicago was not Fred's fault.
Fred was set up
big time.
We'll get into that in a separate day.
Yeah. Speaking of TJ Otzelberger, though, this is why I enjoy following his story, though. Real talk.
He's a cheater.
Is because when you look at his coaching history, His first head coaching job was in 2016 with South Dakota State. Spent 3 years with South Dakota State, led them to a 70-33 record in the Summit, or excuse me, they were conference champions, 2-time regular season champion, 2-time conference tournament champion, 2-time NCAA tournament appearance at South Dakota State.
Okay, TJ.
He then goes to UNLV, where he goes around 500, 29-30. So not great record at UNLV, but then you'll remember that Iowa State in 2020 went 2-22.
I actually don't remember.
They were not good after Fred Hoiberg left.
Mm-hmm.
Iowa State struggled immensely. Steve Prohm took over Iowa State.
Okay.
And in Steve Prohm's final year in 2020, 2021, they went 2-22 overall. How about this? TJ Otzelberger comes in, gets them rated 8th in the AP poll, and they finished the season 22-13. Then they back that up with a 20-14 performance. And here they are in 2023, 2024 in Otzelberger's third season with the Cyclones, 15-4 on the season, rated in the top 25 still once again. 2 seasons in Ames, Iowa, 2 NCAA tournament appearances for TJ Otzelberger, going to be a third this season as well. So that's why these these coaches that go from littler programs,
mid-majors,
right, like a South Dakota State, then a UNLV, they're fun to sometimes track because then they show up and either they sink or swim, I guess.
Although UNLV is a pretty big program.
It is. But most times then they'll move to, a Power 5, in this case, Iowa State, and they either sink or swim, and he's fully swimming throughout the water as TJ Otzelberger, 56-31 record at Iowa State. Now, I mean, you could even compare it to what would it be, 2 seasons ago with Fred Hoiberg before changing the philosophy before bringing in the Sam Griesel, Derek Walker, and Derek Walker really playing a factor is 2 seasons ago in 2021, 2022, that was Nebraska's 2-22 record.
Yes.
And here they are 2 years later, 15-5. And I think it's safe to say that they're on the brink of the AP poll week in and week out, as long as they continue to win. They're certainly in a good spot to make the NCAA tournament right now, which we have some more thoughts on. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and this perfectly segues into that conversation as Nebraska basketball had some help from one of the teams that they demolished in Sioux Falls a few months ago. They had some help from the Oregon State Beavers last night as the Beavers took on Arizona. We'll tell you all about it, update Nebraska's standings, let you know where they're rated right after this. You're listening to the Happy Hour on 93.7 The Ticket.
Follow Nick and Enrique on Twitter at Nick_Sainert and at Radio Rico AC. More of Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for a new spot to relax and unwind? The Post, located on the south side of the Telegraph District on the corner of 20th and N Street, is perfect for a group hangout or a relaxing evening. The Post has plenty of exciting events open to the public, like Whiskey Wednesday and poker tournaments on Sundays. Looking for a spot for a private event? Ask them about their indoor patio. The Post, located at 20th and N Street in Lincoln.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Load up on meat and more this winter at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through January 30th is $2 off steakhouse burgers, and buy one Urban Slicer Pizza Works dough, get an Urban Slicer Pizza Works pizza sauce for free. Don't forget their 2 new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town. If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
Acres, your premier John Deere dealer, has the largest selection of late model equipment in the Midwest. And for a limited time, Acres is offering low rate financing on all 2021 and 2022 S and X Series combines and 8 Series tractors. Qualified buyers can earn 3.9% financing for 60 months. And as an added bonus for your holiday season, if you purchase one of Acres' eligible machines before December 31st, you'll get a $5,000 gift card from Shields. Go to acres.com to learn more.
24/7 threat monitoring, expert tech support, streamlined communications. Allo has a solution for that. Protect your business with Allo Business. Comprehensive firewall security, Microsoft Teams voice integrated communications, cybersecurity and IT support managed by experts. From productivity to peace of mind, Allo has a solution for that. Allo means business. Protect your business by visiting allofiber.com/business.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Rashawn Jackson, the captain here for the Body Shop. And man, did they hook me up with a great massage recently? The captain has a lot of stress in his life, as many people do. And for 1 hour, it was all relief. The team at the Body Shop gave me a deep tissue massage that hit every area that I was in pain at. Whether you're looking for a Swedish massage, sports massage, deep tissue, hot stone, aroma, or more, there's only one place to go. The Body Shop at 48th NA. Book an appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert.
Herbie the Fourth ate his first solid food today, prompting a response of nothing but steaks all week for the Nebraska offensive line.
Then Enrique Alvarez Clary.
No more peaches and carrots for Herbie the Seventh. Baby food be damned.
Sponsored by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
So, as January winds down, my inner baseball-loving fan kind of comes out, and baseball softball is in that conversation.
Stickball sports.
Stickball. Nebraska softball, 13 days away from first pitch. 13 days, Rico.
That's
quick.
Not very long,
No.
Nick.
No.
Too bad they're not home for a while.
Here's the way to think about it. 13 days ago, I was on vacation, and that felt like not very long ago.
I'm sure it didn't.
It doesn't.
13 days ago for me feels like an eternity.
Dude, the months go by so fast.
Yeah, you're right. Where does softball start their season?
Puerto Vallarta.
Down
you knew
to Mexico.
That? Down in
I know.
Mexico. Puerto Vallarta. They play Washington first.
Should have got a passport.
You should have.
How long does it take to get a passport?
Much longer than 13 days. Much longer than 13 days.
Does anybody know anybody? We speed this process along.
yeah. You know anybody that can give me a passport?
Can I get a quick passport? Legally. All right, legally.
Do they offer just one-time passports?
Yeah. Get like a stamp on my hand. Like when you leave.
Don't wash it off.
Like you leave a bar.
Yeah,
like,
it's like,
you
hey,
come back in.
yeah,
Can I go to the border and be like, can I get a stamp?
It's like when you leave Memorial Stadium.
Yeah, just give me
for
for
halftime,
so I could come back in.
yeah. Does this work to come back in? Anyway,
Wrap up my hands, doesn't sweat off.
Nebraska softball plays Washington, Puerto Vallarta. Washington, pretty legit.
Ruby Malin.
Yep,
that's
Nebraska connection.
Great squad.
You're gonna have Ruby Malin going up against Jordy Ball.
They played together.
Talk about the pitcher's duel right off the bat.
They played together not in high school, but on club teams while they were in high school.
There you go. So anyway, Nebraska softball 13 days away. Nebraska baseball 20 days away because they start their season maybe 21 a week after.
Okay.
They start on the 16th, I believe. So anyway, 402-464-5685. The Honda Lincoln hotline and the Starter Raymond text line. Gorilla Bear says, Rico, enlist in the military and you can get a passport in 2 days.
I feel like I wouldn't get to choose where I go.
I feel like that's probably a little illegal.
I feel like there might be a little bit of a problem there.
Hey,
I'm just like, I want to be part of the military, but I just want to do this.
So I really don't want to.
Just want to go to Mexico for a softball tournament, and then I'm coming back. I'm done. I'm not in the military anymore. I don't think you can do that.
They'll be like, hey, good news. We were going to take it to Mexico anyway.
Hey, great job. Can I get like a handshake?
That's where we were going to put you anyway.
Get discharged.
Okay, so back to Husker men's basketball here really quickly. Nebraska got helped out a little bit yesterday by the Oregon State Beavers. The Beavers 10-9 now on the season. They hosted number 9 Arizona last night. The Wildcats. And although they allowed Caleb Love to score 23 points, the Oregon State Beavers defeat the Wildcats 83-80 last night. They score 47 points in the second half alone. Oregon State trailed 44-36 at the half. They allow 36 points to the Arizona Wildcats in the second half. They outscore them 47-36 in the final 20 minutes of play.
That's nuts.
Now, you'll remember Oregon State got demolished by Nebraska back on November 18th. This was the day of the Nebraska-Wisconsin football game, by the way, up at the Sanford Pentagon in Sioux Falls.
That game was also on Peacock.
Nebraska wins 84-63 over the Oregon State Beavers. So now this goes back to that conversation of what we've had, the conversation we've had a multitude of times, to where the teams Nebraska beats, we want them to win. So the Michigan States of the world, the Kansas States of the world, Oregon State, all the states, we want them to win.
Just win states.
We want them to win. And so, because as we saw, Nebraska, who was a little bit out of the below top 50, just a little of the outside of the top 50 in the net rankings, here they are after Oregon State is able to beat Arizona last night.
It's a good win.
They jump up to 47th in the net. It's a really good sign.
Like I said, you want all the teams. You want all the teams you beat to keep winning, but also the teams that beat you, you want them to keep winning so that the losses don't look as bad. But with Oregon State still not being great, having that win on their resume certainly bolsters the Nebraska resume, especially with the destruction that you caused against the Oregon State Beavers. So it looks a lot better. And Nebraska, like you said, their net ranking goes up to 47, making it even more likely that this Nebraska team makes the NCAA tournament. And it doesn't erase, obviously, any of the losses, but it does cushion the blow on some of those road losses. Again, with every time that a team that Nebraska beats gets a big win, it'll cushion a couple of those losses. It won't remove them completely. They're still not great, because when you lose on the road, it's not great either way, especially to not great teams like a Rutgers, who everyone's like usually is a pretty strong team. This year's a little bit down. But a win against Oregon State and an Oregon State victory over a top 10 team sure helps kind of cushion that loss.
So Nebraska once again sits at 15-5. So this comes from WarrenNolan.com, which is, you see all the screenshots of like Nebraska's quad 1, quad 2, quad 3, quad 4 victories and losses. It comes from this website, basically, is where you can find it, WarrenNolan.com. And since Sunday, January 21st, guess what? Nebraska has moved up 9 spots in the net. So through the win against Ohio State and mainly Oregon State's win last night against the top 10 Arizona Wildcats, Nebraska now sits at 47th in the net. They've won their last 7 at home. They're 7-3 in their last 10 games, which is a really good mark. They sit there with a strength of schedule of 66. They sit at 38th in the RPI, 47th, as we said, in the net. In terms of quad wins, right? They're 5-5 in quad 1 and 2 matches, 3-3 in quad 1, 2-2 in quad 2. They are 10-0 in quad 3 and quad 4 games that are played.
Those games are the ones that would crush Nebraska in the past. Those are the games that Nebraska would lose. And at the end of the year, even if usually you're not looking at Nebraska being a tournament team, but even if they were you're thinking, with a couple wins, they could do this. You look at those quad 3, quad 4 games, and that's where Nebraska would suffer some devastating losses that would definitely keep them out of the NCAA tournament. This year, controlling the controllables, as you like to say, they're taking care of business against teams that they should be, beating those teams, and getting a couple upsets here and there to again improve their net ranking. And like we just mentioned, with a team that you beat, getting a big win, it helps out quite a bit.
So just for reference, one of the quad 1 losses would be Creighton, they would be Iowa, and they would be,
because that one was on the road.
Yes, Creighton, Iowa, and I'm missing one more, Wisconsin. The 2 quad 2 losses would be Minnesota and at Rutgers. So
the loss at Rutgers isn't, again, not great, not terrible.
It'd be a quad. Yeah, it's quad 2.
Not terrible.
Simply because Rutgers sits at 100th in the net currently. Iowa sits at 64th in the net.
But then being on the road kind of bumps it. If you would have lost to Rutgers at home, that would have been a problem. If you would have lost to Iowa at home, that would have been a problem. But the fact that they were on the road, and again, the teams are decent. Iowa's better than decent, right? Yeah. Iowa's better. Again, on the road, that helps bump it up from probably a quad 3 loss to a quad 2 loss.
So we get this question from Swift in Lincoln, right? Swift from Lincoln, 402-464-5685 says, what does Nebraska need to do in this 4-game stretch? All right, let's do it.
All right,
let's talk about it.
Let's go.
So Nebraska, their next 4 is a quad 2 game against Maryland tomorrow, quad 1 against Wisconsin, quad 1 against Illinois, and a fringe quad 1, or excuse me, it's going to be solely a quad 2 win again, or quad 2 game against Northwestern. But then you want to know something here? How about this? This is how you're before we talk strictly about the 4 games. Let's look past those.
Okay.
Quad 3, quad 3, quad 3, quad 3, quad 3, quad 4, quad 3.
Can't lose those.
There you go.
Can't lose those.
So looking at these 4, I understand. Let's go ahead and separate these 4. But I would separate it as like, all right, these are the 4 biggest opportunities you have to maybe make a jump.
Yeah.
Right. Are against Maryland, Wisconsin, Illinois, and Northwestern. But then in your final, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. Let's bulk those together as the biggest opportunities you have to completely miss out on everything you've been working for.
If you're Nebraska and you're still let's say they go at worst 1-3 in these next 4, right? Yep. You need a 7-game winning streak going into the Big Ten tournament.
I think if you win your final 7 games of the season, Nebraska's in. No matter what happens, these 4 games.
You cannot, but that's what I'm saying. If you go 1-3 and then you lose 2 of those last 7, 2-3 of those last 7, you're sitting squarely on the bubble.
So once again, for Nebraska's remaining games, quad 2, quad 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, or excuse me, 4, 3. Okay. So there you go. Just a kind of a very, very important stretch that, yes, like if Nebraska continues to pass all the tests and they beat the teams, frankly, on paper that they're supposed to beat, and they do so on the hardwood, then Nebraska's not going to have any problems. The only problem is that maybe we still don't trust Nebraska. And that's just because of history as a program, not necessarily this specific team. I think this is a team that, with being so experienced just in college basketball in general, you hope that, hey, yeah, you know what? A road game against a Michigan to end the season on Sunday, March 10th, where that's probably going to be a quad 3, if not by that point, a quad 4 game. Yeah, you better hope that you get that one, because that's going to leave a sour taste in your mouth. I mean, let's just be honest here. You finish off the season, Minnesota at home, at Ohio State, Rutgers and at Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
So if you end up, number one, you finish that season with a sour taste against a real in a loss against a really, really bad Michigan team, who currently right now at 7-12 overall sits with a net ranking of 96 and an RPI of 101.
Wait, Michigan has a better net ranking than Rutgers?
Yes. So if you sit there and you finish out the season with that taste in your mouth going into the Big Ten tournament, not only does that make you kind of concerned as a fan, I think, going into the conference tournament, but also, man, what a tough way to show the committee how you end the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what you want. So
you
like
have to string together a couple wins in the tournament.
While these next 4 games are obviously the ultra important, just to give more context, Maryland sits with an RPI of 131. They have a net ranking of 93, which is the more important one, obviously. Wisconsin sits with a net ranking of 12, Illinois right behind them at 13, and Northwestern at 68.
So you're on the road at Maryland, at Northwestern, hosting Wisconsin. Illinois is home or away?
Home. Illinois is at Illinois.
At Illinois. So you have 3 road games and 1 home game in your next 4.
You still have to travel, obviously, to Maryland tomorrow.
Yep.
At Illinois, at Northwestern, at Indiana, at Ohio State, and at Michigan.
Woof.
Now, there's a lot of daunting names on that list.
Yeah.
Right? There's a lot of daunting names.
A trip to Indiana.
Right? The trip to Indiana, you're thinking, man, historically, Nebraska's never had really good experience against Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan, Nebraska's never been able to really play well at the Chrysler Center in Ann Arbor.
And even though Illinois just lost to Northwestern, that's still a tough team.
But just understand, and Nebraska doesn't play well at the State Farm Center.
No, they just don't play well on the road in the Big Ten at all.
Yeah, how
they just
sad
don't.
is this?
They just don't.
They have played well. They've played okay at in College Park, though.
Yes.
And that's where they're going to be tomorrow. So we'll see if Nebraska can maybe get something going tomorrow. That's an 11 a.m. tip-off, by the way, on the Big Ten Network for Nebraska and Maryland. Maryland currently sits 12-8 overall this season.
Not the same Maryland team you're used to.
No, they don't have a Melo Trimble. They don't have a Bruno Fernando. They don't have a Kevin Herter type. Jake Layman's not there. So, man, that was some throwback names, but nonetheless,
great job.
Thank you. But nonetheless,
Melo
still sitting at 12-8. Melo Trimble was fun.
Love Melo Trimble.
I loved watching Melo Trimble every single game except for the ones he played Nebraska.
Yes, because he would go off.
Yeah. And that's always what happens. And speaking of
has anybody else noticed that?
Speaking of of somebody who, whenever they play Nebraska, they play well. Caitlin Clark.
Yes.
This one's going under the radar, by the way. Nebraska women's basketball travels to number 5 Iowa tomorrow. So Nebraska women's basketball, you heard Amy Williams with Adam Carricker earlier in the day. But Nebraska women's basketball travels to Iowa tomorrow to play against the Iowa Hawkeyes. The final time, no, not the final time.
They host
second to final time that we have to deal with Caitlin Clark.
I think Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh, cool.
I think they host
at
Iowa.
like noon.
I think they host Iowa. Yeah.
Nice. Tickets are pretty expensive, I know, for that one too.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's take our final timeout. We'll bring in Austin for the crossover, get you ready for On the Block with, how about this? Austin and Nick today, as Strick is out on a Friday. We'll wrap it up coming up next on 93.7 The Ticket.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day long wherever you are. More of the happy hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
24/7 threat monitoring, expert tech support, streamlined communications. Allo has a solution for that. Protect your business with Allo Business. Comprehensive firewall security, Microsoft Teams voice-integrated communications, cybersecurity and IT support managed by experts. From productivity to peace of mind, Allo has a solution for that. Allo means business. Protect your business by visiting allofiber.com/business.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your link forecast for today, more fog and freezing fog expected throughout the day. We'll see a high around 34. Tonight, more fog expected with a low around 28. And tomorrow, more fog in the morning, then partly sunny skies for the afternoon. See an afternoon high of around 36. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round. And their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
School taught you all about the four seasons, spring, summer, and so on. And then there's the way we really tell what time of year it is in sports seasons. Football season, baseball season, or off season. But what's the chocolate season? Well, it's now. And now, and now, and always. Whether you're looking for a caffeinated pick-me-up on the way to work, a little snack on the way home, or you need the perfect gift that's sure to be appreciated, it's time for the chocolate season. 40th and Old Cheney, or order ahead at thechocolateseason.com.
Load up on meat and more this winter at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through January 30th is $2 off Steakhouse Burgers and buy one Urban Slicer Pizza Works dough. Get an Urban Slicer Pizza Works pizza sauce for free. Don't forget their two new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Acres, your premier John Deere dealer, has the largest selection of late model equipment in the Midwest. And for a limited time, Acres is offering low-rate financing on all 2021 and 2022 S and X Series combines and 8 Series tractors. Qualified buyers can earn 3.9% financing for 60 months. And as an added bonus for your holiday season, if you purchase one of Acres' eligible machines before December 31st, you'll get a $5,000 gift card from Shields. Go to acres.com to learn more.
Ready to make this season unforgettable? Celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union's low-rate debt consolidation loan. Combine all those bills into one affordable monthly payment with quick access to funds. Imagine all the extra cash for holiday shopping sprees, festive parties, or that well-deserved vacation. Stop by any of their branches or visit libertyfirstcu.com to find out more about their low-rate debt consolidation loan. Make this holiday season one to remember and celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose.
Vershawn Jackson, the captain here for The Body Shop. And man, did they hook me up with a great massage recently. The captain has a lot of stress in his life, as many people do. And for 1 hour, it was all relieved. The team at The Body Shop gave me a deep tissue massage that hit every area that I was in pain at. Whether you're looking for a Swedish massage, sports massage, deep tissue, hot stone, aroma, or more, there's only one place to go. The Body Shop at 48th NA. Book an appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com.
Cover more acres with a pre-owned sprayer or planter from Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealer. We offer one of the area's largest selections of used sprayers, applicators, planters, and seeders. Through the month of January, take advantage of fixed-rate financing of 3.9% for up to 60 months or a 12-month interest waiver. Visit your local Landmark Implement location or view our complete sprayer and seeder inventory at landmarkimp.com and experience the Landmark difference.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and we'd like to say thank you for a record-setting 2023. So let's start off 2024 with the bang. They've got huge trade-in bonuses and finance bonusing happening right now on our new inventory at Coppell. Get up to $8,500 off select new models at Coppell. So if you're shopping for a new GM product, go to our website at coppellcars.com. You won't believe the discounts. Make that short money-saving drive down 144th Street. You'll be glad you did. Must have trade and finance with roof credit. Stock number G207684.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert.
Even before you start, that was a preemptive shh.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
I already had someone created in my image. He's evil, he wants to take over the world, and he fits easily into most overhead storage bins.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back in one final time for the week here on the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert, Rico, and now Austin, who's going to be my co-host for 2 hours here.
Oh, I'm going to be your co-host.
That's right.
On the block is your show.
I didn't mean it that way. I just
See,
didn't know
he
how.
does. No, he does this. He does this. Anytime he's talking about Happy Hour, he goes, "Yeah, and then my show, the Happy Hour, and all this." And he's just always like, you know, it's
Well, because
his.
Rico's
he just
not in
takes
the room.
ownership.
Because Rico's not in the room.
Whenever I talk about Happy Hour, I say our show.
No, you do
I
not.
say Nick and I show.
No, you
I have
do
never
not.
once referred to Happy Hour as my show.
You do not. You do not. No, you do not. Stop.
I've never referred to it as
You
my
make
show.
me sound like such a horrible person.
Well, you are.
I am.
Says the guy who's in Slytherin.
Yeah.
We just went over that.
We found out Rico's house in Harry Potter would be Slytherin.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm Gryffindor, according to the test.
Wow.
Okay.
So basic. You and every other person in the world that thinks they're good-hearted.
Pretty sure I was the Ravenclaw.
There you go.
Wow.
You're a smart guy.
Yeah, you are smart. Look at you.
And then there's Hufflepuff. Hufflepuff sounds the best. I'm gonna be honest. You just get to say Hufflepuff.
what are the characteristics of Hufflepuff?
Let's look.
They're
let's
easygoing.
look it up.
They're hardworking. They're unassuming.
Time out. Would Jay Foreman be Hufflepuff?
No.
Mr. Ivy League?
Yeah, okay,
He's
maybe
Ravenclaw.
I see Jay as a mix of Gryffindor and Ravenclaw.
Okay.
Somewhere in there.
All right. What we should do, Eric says, Nick, you are a terrible person. Thank you, Eric. Eric's the same person that said, I have never agreed with Nick at all.
Okay, here we go. It's true. Gryffindor values courage, bravery, nerve, and chivalry. Hufflepuff values hard work, patience, justice, and loyalty. Ravenclaw values intelligence, learning, wisdom, and wit. Slytherin values ambition, cunning, leadership, and resourcefulness. Oh, yeah. I'm Slytherin. What's up, dog?
We should go through every single employee at the station and put them in a house.
Is this an on-air thing or an off-air thing?
I don't know Harry Potter that well.
I'll do it. I will do it. I volunteer as tribute.
I kind of
to make a Hunger Games
That's
reference.
not the right.
You see, you know it. Okay, here. How about this? What train gate did they have to go into to go to
9 3/4?
Mhm.
Okay, he's fine.
Yeah, but I'm not like I don't.
You're good, Rico. Look at you.
I watched the movies. I don't know.
I don't watch the news.
I don't know it that well.
I don't watch the news.
Only time Grandpa makes me watch the Powerball. Anyway,
apparently.
Anyway, what should we just get to the show?
I mean, you might as well.
Okay, what's coming up on the show today?
It's going to be an absolutely loaded show. So the first segment is I saw that Nicky Lopez is having his high school uniform retired. And that made me think about athletes I'm just like conflicted about. So who are some athletes you're conflicted about? You either love to hate or you hate to love.
Paul Pierce.
We'll do that.
I actually don't love to hate him. I just hate him.
We'll do conference championship game matchup storylines, picks, whatnot for the NFL. Basketball at Maryland. Is this the closest thing Nebraska basketball has to a trap game? And then,
interesting.
And then, how many Big Ten teams actually make the NCAA tournament?
This is going to be fun.
7.
I enjoy doing shows with Austin.
I just throwing a number out there. I don't even know.
Wrong, but close.
I also saw that, and I want to get your thoughts on this, Austin. I also saw that under a proposed new model, they're predicting that the Big Ten, once they get to 18 teams, only 15 are going to make the Big Ten basketball tournament.
Yes, we will start our NCAA tournament discussion with that point.
There it is.
We'll do that.
All right, don't go anywhere. On the block, Austin and myself coming up next for the next 2 hours. Rico and I on the happy hour will talk to you on Monday.
Go Slytherin.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC. We'd like to say thank you for a record-setting 2023. So let's start off 2024 with the bang. They've got huge trade-in bonuses and finance bonusing happening right now on our new inventory at Coppell. Get up to $8,500 off select new models at Coppell. So if you're shopping for a new GM product, go to our website at coppellcars.com. You won't believe the discounts. Make that short money-saving drive down 144th Street. You'll be glad you did. Must have trade and